if you don't keep a check on your metabolic activities or your metabolism, you are bound to lose your the kind of physique that you have. When you're so used to working every day, when you're so used to doing so many things, you're making money, uh, the fame that you have. So there's pressure involved almost every single day of your life. Most of the shows on OTT are very uh, dark, thriller, or small town stories with a lot of cussing happening, a lot of cuss words happening, and basically, I think the flavor of the month or the flavor of the year has been thrillers.
So, Karan, as you were saying actually about fitness,
Hmm.
gained weight, and you had let go of your abs, and I saw that story, and a lot of people were questioning you, even from the industry and even from the fans, like how is this possible? Because someone like you has been known for your physique, and then not having those abs. So what made you, and somewhere were you also like feeling a bit weird about it?
Not really, yaar. I think I didn't feel weird about it because 1 year the entire country was shut.
Yeah.
So I feel a lot of people think that because they've seen me always fit, which is a big lie because I was not fit all my life. Like if you see my Dil Mil Gaye pictures, I was overweight. Like I don't know how I didn't realize it back then because all my friends back then, like even Karan Singh Grover, he used to always tell me, he used to always say that why in the world do you eat so much, uh, so many things which have carbs? And I used to be like, bro, but I don't, I'm okay. I like how I look. It's when I actually started keeping a check on my food. um that's the time I actually realized that I was overweight. Because I think it happens with everybody. I think at different point of time in your life, you want to look a different way. Because you feel differently. And similarly in the lockdown, अभी lockdown में मतलब लोग घर से नहीं निकल रहे हैं. मैं क्या जिम थोड़ी जाऊंगा अभी बैठ के. And I think a lot of people just don't. I don't know why they don't understand it because they think, "Arey, he was born with abs." Nobody can be born with abs, or nobody can. If you don't keep a check on your metabolic activities or your metabolism, you're bound to lose your the kind of physique that you have. And
Yeah.
and then when I felt like getting back to what I wanted to, I
Hmm.
got back to it in a month. So people think it's easier for me because they don't see how I work out.
Ah.
Like they don't see what I do between like my workout. It's been so long I've not had like food that I really really wanted to.
Ah.
There are things that I still eat that I used to eat pehle bhi.
Ah.
But I've reached a point where I've made sure that I can have a good balance between everything.
Ah.
And because I've been into fitness for like what 23 years now. I've been
Hmm.
working out. I was
Hmm.
13 years or 14 or 12 years old when I started working out.
For so long.
And I was, yeah, and I was 6 years old or 7 years old since when I've been playing. It
Ah.
could be football, it could be cricket. So I think there is a way I have grown up, and there's a way that my metabolic activity is,
Hmm.
which does help. But that's not the only way. It's very easy to be for my friends also to tell me. मेरे बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं जो मुझे बोलते हैं that अरे यार it's so easy for you. And I'm like, if it's so easy, why don't you make it?
Yeah. True.
Like try it out, right? But uh, I think my close people, like who are like who see me now, go through times when they are eating something that I really really like and I don't eat it, and
Ah.
I curtail myself कि नहीं मुझे नहीं खाना है, मेरे को
Hmm.
चलेगा. So I think they now realize how much effort goes into it.
But also, Karan, as you said, like, of course, you have been that cautious that, when it comes to your metabolism, when it comes to maintaining your figure. How good were you feeling also when you put on weight? Because maybe that time you were not as such, worried about, how much carbs you're consuming and all like that. Maybe you were in that comfort zone.
No, but I made it I think I deliberately, when the lockdown happened, I could have easily worked out. I had dumbbells at home. I could have just done freehand training and, free weight training. But I deliberately did not work out because I said, let's see
Yeah.
how my body reacts to it. The world has shut down. मेरे को अभी abs बनाने मेरे को नहीं बनाने मुझे abs, and I thought it was a very good time for me to actually look a little different.
Yeah.
Uh, because I felt that it was very important for me to just completely let go of my physique. Maybe I look different. Maybe the world looks at me in a different way. But then I think when everything opened up, I remember I was doing Khatron Ke Khiladi that time, and I just felt really weak, and I was like, maybe it's because I completely stopped training for like such a long time, and also my uh, there's a way that I have lived for so long, and uh, there are certain things that make me happy.
Hmm.
So, and workouts and fitness is something which is very important to me because it just keeps my day very, it keeps me happy in a good space.
Yeah.
Uh, and I had not gained weight. I actually am somebody who loses weight if I don't work out. Like that's my
Acha.
metabolism. But what happens is because I anyways have very less fat in my body,
Huh.
my muscles start shrinking, and I
Oh.
look really, really like really, really thin. Um, so a lot of people say, "अरे ये तो बड़ी अच्छी बात है, तुम पतले हो जाते हो." And I'm like, ये अच्छी बात नहीं है. ये it's even more difficult because someone who gains weight can just needs to lose weight. You
Yeah.
can I can give you 20,000 ways of losing weight.
Huh.
Like just sleep on time, eat right, and just work out. That's it. But and do it consistently. But to actually gain muscle size is more difficult actually to gain muscle size or to lose muscle size because you have to keep a check on what you are eating.
Hmm.
You have to keep a check on how much you're sleeping. You have to keep a check on how much you're working out and training.
Yeah.
So, so a lot of things I did, and I'm just glad that I think I could get back in. I got back in like what 28 days. But for those
Yeah.
28 days, uh, people will never understand what I went through.
But also, Karan, as you said, like, of course, you must have gone through a lot. At the same time, were any kind of trauma when it comes to your work life? Because suddenly everything came to a halt for a lot of people. A lot of businesses suffered. In fact, industry
Yeah.
also ups and downs. So was there any occasion where you are also feeling that kind of pressure on yourself, and how did you deal with it?
See, pressure is always there.
To anchor so many shows, so many events, and you do so at the same time. It's not like you're just focused on only doing OTT shows or
Hmm.
web shows or only serials. You are doing other things also. Somewhere did you feel that?
See, like I said, pressure is always there because when you're so used to working every day and when you're so used to doing so many things, you're making money, uh, the fame that you have. So there's pressure involved almost every single day of your life. And the pressure is going to last till the time you work. It's good to take a little pressure, not too much, because I think it pushes you uh, uh, to uh, to do better or to become better, a better version of yourself. But I think when the lockdown happened, nobody actually thought the first time that it's going to last for so long. I think no, none of us actually thought that we'll be here 2 years later, still not recovered,
Still,
completely.
yeah,
Yeah, and then Mr. Putin decided to stretch
make
it a
it
little
more.
more. Yeah. But yeah, I think there was pressure. There have been times when you sometimes sit by yourself and you feel that uh, should I try something else? Should I do something else? Uh, uh, is this going to last for me? Also because I think I'm glad that the digital space has become so big that a lot of people have actually survived because of the digital space, considering, digital today provides money, gives fame to a lot of people. But then it also adds pressure to you because then there is more competition. And then there is and digital is a very different world. So you could be like a superstar on TV, or in films, or even on the OTT platform, but your Facebook, your Instagrams, and your TikToks and everything that is there, it's a very different world. Then you have pressure of being relevant. So you want to be relevant there also. Like I have a lot of friends of mine who are doing very well for themselves on TV, uh, but are unfortunately not as relevant on social media as they should be, ideally. Uh, Initially, people did not worry about it because initially nobody was making money out of it. But today,
Yeah.
if you don't have that million tag in front of you, it gets really, really difficult to make the kind of money that a lot of people are making. So I feel there is pressure, but I think for me, I think the pressure is to how can I be more relevant, uh, considering I've been here for 18 years. So it's I feel very old, but it makes me really, really happy because if after almost 2 decades of working, if I can compete with the best out there in a good way, and I can still be relevant to a very, very big audience, whether it's on TV, it's on OTT, whether it's on film or social media, then I'm sure I've done something right, and I think it's worked for me. So I'll keep doing what my gut says.
But of course, as Karan, as you said, like how things have changed for you, and OTT is the
Yeah,
next big thing. Talk your series. You have been working with actors. I'm sure you must have worked with them in the past in some or the other manner. So
yeah.
tell us something about it, how the series has shaped out for you.
See, the series is shaped out really, really well. We went to London. I actually saw the first season, and I really, really liked the first season because I felt most of the shows on OTT are very uh, dark, thriller, or small town stories with a lot of cussing happening, a lot of cuss words happening, and basically, I think the flavor of the month or the flavor of the year has been thrillers.
Yeah.
So, um, I feel India definitely needs a lot of rom-coms because I think, especially being someone who's grown up in the 90s, this country was in love with romance.
Yeah.
So I felt, I think rom-coms or romantic, the space as a whole, has actually unfortunately lost its charm for the last few years. Considering, आप जहाँ भी देखते हो ना, आप कहते हो अरे love is bad, love is blind, love is this, love is that. You keep hearing even on reality shows that or even famous songs that keep coming. Um, so I felt I wanted to do something in that space, and I got an opportunity. I actually got a call for it, and they said we're introducing a character. Um,
Hmm.
so would you be interested? So, and there I landed, I think, with Never Kiss Your Best Friend, and it's something that I've seen in the past. It has people that I know. Nakul's been a friend of mine for like, I don't know how many years we've known each other. We've never worked together, so it was good to work together. Uh, and it was a fun shoot, yeah, overall, because when you're traveling, especially after 2 years, when you're bound by your house and your locality, you get an opportunity to actually go abroad. uh, I think you should just take it with both hands. Just grab it. So it was fun. It was fun. It's a sweet character. His name is Karan. He's an actor. So it was very confusing the first few days because uh, Karan was playing Karan, who's an actor. So this is
Yeah.
so the joke on the set for me was that I hope it gets. I hope it's as lucky as the last time I played Karan an actor, because I played Karan an actor in Sacred Games. So I hope it's as lucky as it was back then. And it's a really nice show. It's a really nice story. There is Sarah, Jane Diaz, and me, uh, who've uh, who've come as a part of the show this season. There is also a surprise um, um, for everybody. We can't tell you who this actor is because she's not been revealed till now. But it was fun to work with them. It was fun to work with Javed sir, though I did not have scenes with him. But just being on set with him, and I play a lot with his son. So there was so much to talk to him about what's happening. We spoke about the old days of reality shows because I think everything that we see today started with Boogie Woogie. So it was a lot of fun to actually, be there and just spend time with a different set of people just to understand how everything is happening. So yeah, it was fun overall.
And talking about terrible tiny talkies, you're also a part
Oh,
of that.
that was brilliant. Terrible Tiny Tales was great. It was a lot of fun to actually do Terribly Tiny Tales episode uh, because I actually watch their shows. I watch, and they're very. I think their concept, because their name is Terribly Tiny Tales, they're like really small short stories. Uh, and they're beautiful stories. You can just watch stories after stories, and you'll always have a smile on your face. And I remember them calling me. Sharanya called me. She's actually the maker of it. And she said, "I don't think so. You'll do it, but I would want to narrate something to you." I said, "Why won't I do it?" She's like,
Huh.
because I don't know if you would want to do something on YouTube, considering you're doing so much, so many other shows. And I was like, if I like the show, I will do it. And I
Huh.
really liked the story. Um, and I just said yes for it. We shot it, got such a great response for it, such a beautiful story. And now I hear that they've got such a good response to it that they're actually creating more stuff for the two of us as characters because we played Sid and Abhay as
Wow.
characters, and I think probably they've got a great response for that. So now I spoke to them off late, and they said we're actually uh, writing now what happened to this friendship.
Fans want to ask a lot of questions to you, and some of them are personal, so which I'm completely avoiding. But there are people who want to know
They
which
love
kind
asking
of
personal questions.
shows attract your attention.
Which kind of shows attract my attention?
So
Anything, yeah. I
actually,
think
like, not in the media. It's not.
I I've actually been I've I actually binge watch almost everything that is there. Um, uh, Good, bad, ugly. It's okay for me because I feel I'm a nobody to judge uh, shows. I try to watch them as an audience unless and until I want to be really critical about certain elements as an actor that I feel. But anything like I'm I can watch action, I can watch thrillers. I actually like a lot of uh, docus that I watch, like a lot of docu series that have been uh, on a lot of platforms. A lot of psycho, a lot of shows on psychos have actually popped up in the last few months. So I've been watching that, but I can actually see anything. There is no particular genre that कि मैं यही देखूंगा.
But personally and professionally, when it comes to choosing any genre, which is your favorite genre? If you had to choose.
If I had to choose, I would want to play something really, really dark because I haven't played something really, really dark. I've played like a Boy Next Door. I've played Grey. I would want to I would want to try to play someone bad. You know, you know. I think if people eventually, character people hate. So eventually, if I can play that and people dislike the character or hate the character, I think my job's going to be done. But I think that's something that I really, really want to play because I've never done that. I've gone like midway, like I've played Grey, a little, loud
Yeah.
or on that zone, but not completely. So I think that's something that I would love to.
Karan, you're also working in a music video, we believe. Tell us something about that. Music video.
That's something that I'm very excited about. It's a great song. So I just did a song with Zara and Guru Randhawa. So it's a
Okay.
fabulous song. I love the song. I love the way it's been shot. I just saw actually the final cut yesterday. So I'm very excited about it. That's I think releasing end of this month. So I think we'll start promoting it in the next few days. So it's Guru's next track also, and it's Zara's next song, and it features me, Zara, and Guru. Um, so I was very excited. I was actually having a joke with Guru that I've become his new muse, considering he and Zara are singing, and I'm
Wow.
the only one who's not. And I'm sounds like Nora से आप सीधा Karan पे आ गए हो. So he was laughing about it, but
Nor
it's a fabulous song. It's a fabulous song, and I hope it becomes really, really big because I really, really like the song. It's a party number. It has a lot of dancing, and
Wow.
I'm sure the world will definitely love it.
And of late, which movie have you watched personally, in theaters, which you have loved? Have you watched Gangubai, or have you watched any film
No,
which you
yaar,
remember?
I
Badhai.
haven't.
Which film
I
have you watched?
haven't gone to the theaters. I haven't actually gone to the theaters for a long, long time. मतलब मैं गया था अभी. Which
हाँ.
film did I see? I saw some film. I think I went to the theaters last year.
Hmm.
I think December I went. I haven't gone to the theaters
Okay.
because I haven't been here. I was in London in November and December. Then again February I was in London. So haven't gone to the theaters, but I want to watch Batman. So let's see if I get time. I've heard a lot about Gangubai. So I guess
हाँ.
when I'm in Bombay next, and if friends of mine are free, I'm sure that's something that I really, really want to watch.
Thank you so much, Karan, for your time and all the very best for your projects. And I hope to see you
Thank you.
like physically and not virtually always. And I'm hoping you show more of your work. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care and please stay safe. See ya.